Good morning, students. Today's class we'll see about the supplementary examinations of 2019, that is of 2010 scheme. So the first question is explain briefly steps of quantitative study. So this we have seen from the many question papers. So I'm just skipping this one. The second, designing phase, empirical phase, analytic phase, and dissemination phase. Second question is criteria problem statement. A problem statement is a concise description of an issue to be addressed or a condition to be improved upon. It identifies the gap between the problem and the state and desired goal state of the process or product. As such, it is crucial for problem statement to be clear and unambiguous. The statement of the problem is a focal point of any research. A good problem statement is just one sentence. It should be accompanied by a few paragraphs that elaborate on that problem. Problem statement often have three elements there. First one is problem itself stated clearly with enough contextual detail to establish why it is important. Then method of solving the problem, often stated as the claim or working thesis. Third is the purpose, that is a statement of objective and scope of the project being proposed. These three elements should be brief so that the reader does not get lost. A well-written problem statement for a quantitative study, whether written as a declarative statement or a question, has a minimum two components: the population of concerned variables to be studied. Formulating the final statement of research problem after establishing the significance, searchability, and feasibility, then researcher finally formulate final statement of research problem. A statement of research problem could be declarative or interrogative. The choice of either of these two types format of formulation of a research problem depend upon researchers' preference and institutional policies. Declarative format is much popular among researchers. For the formulation of research problem, it is preferable it fulfills following features like research problem is clearly, precisely and articulated. It is clearly states the variables, populations and research setting under study. Variables are expressed in measurable terms. The type of study also may be included in the statement of research problem. The third is a characteristic of a good research. It should be orderly and systematic. A good research is orderly and conducted in a systematic way. Is the single most important criteria of a scientific research. Second is based on professional issues. Fundamental purpose of any research to resolve any current issues of a profession. Therefore, a good research must be based on current professional issues. A good research must come up with solutions to professional concerns. Then begin with clearly defined purpose. A good research is begin with a clearly stated purpose. Only clearly defined research with a clear purpose can be conducted in an effective manner. Emphasize to develop, refine and expand professional knowledge. The main aim of any research is to develop the body of knowledge from a profession or define existing knowledge. Therefore, a good research is directed towards expansion of professional body of knowledge. Directed towards the development or testing of theories. Theory development and testing is a systematic process of inquiry of any discipline. Only a good research aims and develops the test or test the theory. Problem solving. The first and foremost importance of a good research is finding a solution to existing problem. A good research is directed towards finding an answer to or a pertinent solution for emerging professional problems. Dedicated to develop empirical evidence. The purpose of a good research is to generate empirical evidences which can be used to improve professional practices. Therefore, a good research strives to develop empirical evidences. Strive to collect the first-hand information or data. A good research is conducted by collection of data directly from subjects by different methods like questionnaire, interview, and observation. Objective and logical in process. A good and successful research emphasizes on objective and logical process. Research conducted through subjective means or haphazard manner will never lead to satisfactory result. Generate findings to refine and improve professional practice. A research cannot be considered successful if it fails to contribute towards the professional practice. A good research strives to refine the elements of profession as per need of time. And use of appropriate methodology. A good research is conducted following selection of appropriate methodology. Unsuitable methodology will result in wrong findings and contribute to the weak research. And conducted in a representative sample. Generalization of research findings is possible if the study is conducted on a sample which has a characteristic similar to the population of the study. Therefore, good research conducted on a representative sample. Then use of appropriate method and tools of data collection. A good research employs appropriate method of tool for data conduct of study. Methods and tools of data collection varies depending on the nature and type of research. Uses valid and reliable data collection tool. Evidence generated from the research activity can all be considered valuable if they are generated through valid and reliable research tools. A good research utilizes a valid and reliable tool to collect data from the subject. Carefully record and reported. In the absence of careful recording and reporting, evidence generated through a research may be covered in nature. A good research employs itself to generate quality empirical evidences, and evidences thus gathered are duly reported. Adequately analyze and research. Any research activity is considered poor if it fails to adequately analyze and research. This activity is done using standardized and accepted method of data analysis. Patiently carried out. Research cannot be carried out in a hurry. It needs long time and patience. Therefore, patient endurance is the most important foundation of a good research. Researchers' expertise, interest, motivation, and courage. A good work largely needs researchers' expertise, interest, motivation, and courage of researchers. The absence of these attributes, accomplishment of a good research cannot be carried out. Adequately communicated. A new knowledge obtained from a good research remains useless unless it is adequately communicated to its users or stakeholders. Therefore, a good research activity strives to communicate findings to as widely as possible. Source of review of literature. It has been discussed in the previous question papers. Then factors influencing the sampling process. The following are the some of the factors which may influence sampling process. They are nature of the research, that means inexperienced researcher. If the investigator lacks adequate knowledge and experience about conditions of research and methodology to be applied in the research process, the sample selection may be adversely affected. Then lack of interest from the part of the researchers, then lack of honesty from the researchers in the collected data, then intensive workload, lack of adequate resource and ability to carry out research process result in inadequate selection and application of all resources, which result in adverse in handling the research process. Inadequate supervision from the superiors, and nature of sample, that means inappropriate sampling technique, sample size is big, defective sampling frame, circumstances of the researchers, lack of time, large geographical area, lack of cooperation from the samples, natural calamities like flood. This all will be affecting the sampling process. Next is the presentation and interpretation of data. Presentation of data, method by which people organize, summarize, and communicate information, use variety of tools, tables, graphs, and diagrams. Analyze data presented through tabular presentations which have simple, complex frequency distribution table. Table should have title, rows, columns, cells, footer, and table number. Table should be self-explanatory, clear, concise headings for rows and columns. Second is graphical representation, histogram, bar chart, pie chart, line chart, frequency, polygon, pictogram, normal distribution curve, and scatter diagrams are usually used in the graphical presentation. It is used to define the quantitative data used to see the patterns, trends, similarities, and differences in research data. It helps in easy and better understanding of the subject, provide first-hand information about the data, helpful in future analysis, easy for making comparisons, very attractive. Data should be present in a simple form, arouse interest in the reader, should be concise but without losing the important details, facilitate further statistical analysis, define problem and should suggest its solutions. Interpretation takes the result of analysis, makes inferences pertinent to research relations studied, and draws conclusions about these relations. Interpretation refers the task of drawing inference from the collected facts after analytical and experimental study. In fact, it is a search for broader meaning of the research finding. Methods of data interpretation are direct visual observation of raw data, after organizing data in the tables, after making graphical representation, after calculations using numerical or statistical method, after mathematical modeling. Techniques of interpretation. The task of interpretation is not an easy job. Rather, it requires great skill and dexterity of the part of researcher. Technique of interpretation have following steps. They are: First, the researcher must give reasonable explanation to the relations which she or he has found, must put interrupt the lines of relationship in terms of underlying process, and must try to find out thread of uniformity that lies under the surface of layer of his diversified research findings. Second, extraneous information, if collected during the study, must be considered by interpreting final results of research study, for it may be proved to be key factor in understanding the problem under consideration. It is advisable before embarking upon final interpretation to consult someone having insight into the study and also who is frank and honest and will not hesitate to point out omissions and errors in logical augmentations. Researchers must accomplish the task of interpretation only after considering all relevant factors affecting the problem to avoid false generalization. Data interpretation methods are by important hypothesis. It's important to select proper statistical tool to make useful interpretation of your data. If you pick an improper data analysis method, your result may be suspect and lack credibility. Types of survey. Surveys are based on desire to collect information, usually by a questionnaire, about a well-defined issue or situations from a well-defined population. Surveys are method of data collection which information is gathered through oral questioning. Type of survey are a descriptive survey. A descriptive survey attempt to picture or document current conditions or attitude, that is, describe what exists at that moment. Examples: audience survey to determine program taste, to study challenging values, lifestyle by effect of some special type of program. Second is analytical surveys. Analytical survey attempt to describe, explain why certain situation exists. Here we examine two or more variables to test our research hypothesis. Example: how lifestyle affect TV viewing habits. Impact of war games on teenagers. Online surveys. One of the most popular type of online survey, with technology advancing many folds with each passing day, and online surveys become more popular. In this survey consists of survey questions that can be easily deployed to the respondents online via email or through simply access the survey if they have an internet connection. Then paper survey. As the name suggests, the surveys use traditional paper and pencil approach. Many would believe that paper surveys are thing of the past. However, they are quite handy when it comes to field research and data collection. Telephonic survey. Researchers conduct this over the telephone. Respondents need to answer questions related to the research topic by the researcher. These surveys are time-consuming and non-conclusive. Other types include factual surveys, opinion surveys, interpretive surveys. Second question is about writing a research report. Importance of a research report for knowledge transfer. As already stated, one of the reasons of the research is to transfer the knowledge, and this is made possible with the research report. Identification of knowledge and gaps. Knowledge gaps. With the research report, we have able to identify knowledge gap for further inquiry. A research report allows you to present information in a precise, concise manner. Professional improvements and quick source for problem solving. There is not denying that managers require accurate information on various topics to make quick decisions. Then next question is type of validity. This also have seen earlier. Properties of normal curve. Literal meaning of the term is normal average. This also we have seen in the previous question papers. The simple terms by probability we mean possibility of being selected. It is a computer for finding out average strength of a class, average mark, and its distribution. Then difference between parameter and static. So statistics is the measure which is used to estimate population parameter, describe aspect about sample. Simple English letters are used to denote statistic. Values of statistics are unfixed and may be varied from sample to sample. And it takes less time for computing as compared to parametric value. Chance of error are high as based upon the sample which is drawn from the large population. But parameter is used to describe properties of entire population, describe some aspects about the population. Greek letters are used to represent parameter of a population. Population parameters are fixed and unknown. It takes much time based upon the entire population. Chance of error may very less because it is based upon complete enumeration. Median and mode. Median is the middle number in a given set of observation is called median. Place all numbers in ascending or descending order. When data distribution is skewed, the median is best representative. Mode is the most frequently observations in a given set of observation is called mode. Mode is derived when a number has frequency occurred in series. When there is nominal distribution of data, the mode is preferred. Interview and questionnaire. Interview is just a form of interaction which questions are asked directly to the respondents. Questions may vary their sequence according to the need of situation. Researcher and respondents are in a face-to-face contact. Researcher can visit respondents or call them at the office. The questions are flexible by nature. Questionnaire, it is a framework in which questions of scientific inquiry are written. Questions are written in appropriate sequence. Researcher respondents not required to be face-to-face contact. Researcher can go to the place and distribute questionnaire, or questions can be sent through email or post. Questions are rigid. Then probability and non-probability sampling. Probability sampling, that every sample in the population have equal chance of being part of research work. Samples are true representation. Research obtained are conclusive and unbiased. Costly, requires proper planning and execution. Commonly used in experimental type of research. Non-probability sampling, every sample do not have a chance as they have selected arbitrarily. Samples are not true representation of results are explorative and there can be chance of bias. Quick, inexpensive and convenient, commonly used in qualitative type of research. Research problem and hypothesis. Hypothesis is the presumed relationship between two variables in a way that can be tested in an empirical way. Clear, limited scope, simply stated consistent with the relevant objectives of research, capable of being tested and related to the attainable technique, not include value judgment, relative terms or any moral teaching, state the relationship between variables if the study is designed for that. But a research problem is a question that researchers want to answer or a problem that the researcher want to solve. Research problem is issues or concerns that investigator or researcher present and justify in research study. Identification and formulation of research problem is the first step of research process. It is the most challenging and difficult phase of the research process. Thank you.